fact that they built such a good community. Like I was so pissed and jealous of everyone that went to decon that I couldn't go. But I know one year for
Uh,
sure I'm gonna be there to meet everyone and have a good time.
well,
But
well,
it just makes me more
yeah.
grateful to be a part of this community, to meet you and others and talk. Like I like if it wasn't for VeVe, I wouldn't have known you. So big thanks to that VeVe. Like
I know. So to VeVe, and that's why I'm always gonna be grateful to VeVe, bro. I'm never gonna take away from VeVe. I'm never gonna like disrespect VeVe like that.
my guy, appreciate you hopping on. I
Yeah,
wanted
no
you,
problem. Thank
I
you for
wanted
having
you,
me.
I wanted you on first out of the VeVe fam because we definitely communicated a lot throughout Twitter over these past couple months, and I know we share some similar aspects with MetaMask. We both got hacked, so I kind of want to dive into that as we talk about NFTs. But first and foremost, tell people who you are and maybe how we got in contact. I said Twitter, but pretty much that is Twitter.
Twitter.
We talk on a lot of people's streams too when we're both on there. But yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say Twitter and YouTube. That those are the main ones right there. Yeah. Well, I'm Daniel Marquez, better known as M Comment or Comment.
Oh, Daniel Daddy, as VeVe posts call it.
They call me all kinds of names, bro. Some call me Daniel Daddy because you're Daniel sound better.
Uh,
They call, but fun and respect. It's all good.
Nah, yeah.
We play around the community because it's all love. It's all this is what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. We're supposed to
Yeah.
have a good time, even the bro. So the little bit of fun that we could get, where we could get it, we'd get it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm Daniel Marquez. Known as Comment. I'm just mostly. I started off with VeVe. I'm mostly in VeVe, in the Web3 community now. But I'm venturing off a little bit of everywhere. But I mostly like to focus on VeVe, bro.
So that's
And
what I
like
was gonna ask you is was VeVe your first investment into NFTs? Is it like how did you first hear about NFTs?
for NFTs, yes. I want to say because I was into not crypto. Yes, actually, I was into crypto, but I was actually into stocks a little bit.
Yeah.
Dabbling.
Same.
Here and there. And then I kept hearing NFT, and then in the web, in the platform that I was I saw that they started doing like a what do you call it, like a hedge for NFTs. So I'm like, okay, well, let me see, let me look more into it. So I typed it in into YouTube. I typed NFTs, and a couple of things popped up. First, it was like OpenSea, and then OpenSea scam. So I'm like, wait a second, and then VeVe, but it was like an old school OG. I don't want to butcher his name or disrespect him, but his name was Daniel. Believe it or not, another Daniel. So many Daniels,
There
bro.
is a lot. I
Uh,
was gonna say we got a decent Daniel clan throughout all these people streaming on YouTube.
Facts, bro. We got to start like a Daniel clan.
Oh,
Like Prime said, the D clan.
yeah, yeah.
which is my name on VVD, man. I'm D man on VVD. But anyways, yeah, like I was saying, uh, I lost my point of thought. See, but because we're having so much fun. But anyways,
Yeah, how
what was,
you got into crypto? You're talking about
oh
OpenSea
yeah,
on
yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah. How I got into crypto, and the OG Daniel was there, and he was saying how you can make $1 million on VeVe with NFTs. So of course I clicked onto that right away. But then he goes on to say that at the moment you can't take them
Cash
out of
up.
the platform,
Yeah.
stuck in there. So right away it turned me right off VeVe. Like, oh, I'm like, oh man, what is he talking about? Like, because I was used to moving my money, being able to play with it. I'm like, and then he started talking about Telegram and how he does it, and I'm like, man, well, that's really risky. I don't know any of these people, and he's putting
Yeah.
a lot of trust in Telegram. And I'm like, is Telegram even legit? That was the first time I had even heard of Telegram. I'm like, what the hell is Telegram, bro? I'm like, is that legit, bro? And this is, so I'm like, no, bro. I'm like, VeVe is not for me. So I literally and focused onto Doge, and I was actually focusing but this is before the pumps, believe it or not. This is before everybody was picking up on Doge. So I'm like,
It's crazy.
forget it.
You talk about those. I got into crypto in 2017, and when I first made my investment, I heard about Bitcoin back in 2010, but it was associated with the black market. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to buy it. There was one exchange called Mount Gox, I'm pretty sure, and that was associated with the black market on how you could buy Bitcoin back then. But when Bitcoin really started booming in 2017, that's when I got in. I got in when Bitcoin hit an all-time high of 19 racks. Everyone was talking about it. But at that time, I got into Coinbase, and Coinbase only had Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. So from there, I signed into Binance, and I made a Binance account before Binance USD. And on Binance, I ended up picking millions and millions of Dogecoin up, but there were fractions of a penny back then. And everyone was
Oh
like,
man,
"Oh, this is a big meme coin." It was like the biggest of meme coins back then. Elon Musk never talked about it or anything, so I sold them. And man, I missed out on millions. I mean, at least
but
a
that's
half
how
a
it goes.
mil. Yeah, yeah.
No, but that's
You
because
live, you
the funny thing
learn.
that yeah, the funny thing is that you say that because I could have had a similar opportunity, but with Shiba Inu.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
so I was trying after Doge, I moved down to Shiba. So it was like I started. That's how it happened. I started off with stocks, and then then I moved on to crypto, stocks, crypto, and then I focused more onto crypto. And then from crypto, I started focusing more onto NFTs, and then I completely left stocks and pretty much I still buy crypto, but I'm not stacking like I should, like a real like a
Yeah,
crypto investor.
same
I'm
here.
mostly I'm
Same.
buying it to buy NFTs. So I buy Ethereum, and then it basically it goes directly into the NFT project, whatever I'm buying, whatever I'm trading, or whoever I'm sending it to,
See,
for
that's
whatever,
another reason why I wanted you on here, because I know you're big into Twitter. Like I see you're on Twitter more than I am. I respect that because
Oh,
I see you through a lot of projects, a lot of different communities. You talk with a lot of people, and I see you're on OpenSea. And I want to talk about the MetaMask hack real quick. What happened on your end? Because my end, someone accessed my account, and I found out later it was a hack through Apple iCloud. Like you know how if you have
yeah.
MetaMask on your phone, you can save a password, and that password
I
is
was about
saved
to,
on the
yeah,
iCloud. Someone hacked me through that, and I actually have the images right here of the person who stole my funds. I have their address and everything.
wow,
I don't know much about the blockchain to actually chase them down. You get what I'm saying? But on
yeah,
um, the picture, the person who stole it, the account's name is MetaMask V1 router. So I didn't know if that was a MetaMask associated like support count, someone in
yeah.
support got me. I have no idea. So I've been a little risky on just OpenSea wise, but I wanted to take your input because I know you dabble a little bit into other people's projects on OpenSea. I never officially the only major NFT I have on OpenSea is probably the Fishes project, and I bought that with VeVe gems back in the day through Brock
Oh wow,
Blockchain, and I hit him
yeah,
up
yeah,
the day I seen him on Randy's podcast because my father he runs a fish rescue, so he has a bunch of fish tanks. He buys and sells fish, and just does a lot with fish. So I wanted to have his first NFT project something he could relate with. So I bought him the fishes to see if he would like it. And I bought him off Brock my blockchain through VV Gems. I transferred him a Ben Riley uncommon back then because it was around like $300. But yeah, that's like mainly one of the only projects I'm really in on OpenSea. I do like it a lot. It's cool how you get airdropped once a month. That was one of the things that just got me into it. I want to learn more about utility because I wanted to eventually build. I had a clothing line last year, but someone bought my domain of the website, so I can't bring it back up. I might change the domain, but last year I was looking about making an NFT for the clothing line to give utility, maybe discounts and stuff like that. But my page ended up getting taken down. But yeah, I want to hear your aspect on, or maybe you could tell me some NFTs you're in, because I definitely
yeah.
watching VV Bros stream this morning. That NFT project, that project was pretty cool. I'm not big into Minecraft, so I didn't know much about it, but I liked watching it. I definitely want to do more research into that one. It was cool.
Yeah, apologies. Yeah, and sorry, real quick, if I'm making funny faces, just because my
Oh no, you're
background so
good.
much.
Well, take
I'll
your
try not
time.
to make the fun.
I mean, I have back
Yeah.
problems, but probably not as much as you. But yeah, take your time to.
All right,
Good.
but yeah, no, bro. And the funny thing is that I got hacked a similar but completely different way, a different tactic. Because I'm super paranoid, bro. I'm like super paranoid, bro.
Oh yeah. I
Like
got three
super,
phones as well, two iPads. I keep my Google Authenticator on a device that's not online. So when I need to, I'll go put it online real quick, get my code, turn it off. But yeah, I'm big. I wanted to talk about this MetaMask hack because I knew you were getting your foot into Ledger too. We'll talk about that. Have you put
Yeah,
funds
yeah,
on
yeah.
Ledger yet?
Not yet. And
Uh,
actually, I was gonna order mine, and then that very same day that I ordered it, my wife decided to go shopping, and she's like, "Oh, well, here, let's go." So I actually am procrastinating, but no, that's actually on my top to do list. But
but
I'm
yeah,
about to
after
prepare
talk about your MetaMask,
the
your NFTs you're into, and after I'll talk about I just got a Ledger, so I'll talk about my little experience transferring my crypto over and any questions you have.
for sure, for sure. So that day I was hot. I was buying a bunch of stuff on MetaMask. I'm like buying, and I was actually on a shopping spree. And I had just hit 100 NFTs that day. I had bought some from Sabbath. I had bought from I can't remember who, but they were legit and like projects. They were legit
Yeah.
artists, and they were collabs as well. So that's why that day, like Sabbath was doing like a big collab with like a bunch of artists. So there was a ton of collabs being dropped. They were just being dropped, boom, 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 boom. So I couldn't keep up, and that day I was in the zone. And you know how it is on Twitter, bro. Sometimes these people, they find these ways to scam you, to infiltrate, to come
Yeah.
into the community. They pretend to be one of us, and sometimes they're chilling and they're just there, like waiting for the right opportunity to pounce on us. Well, it just so happened that I didn't know that somebody was following me that was fake, or fake account, fake bot, whatever you want to call it. So that day I was in the zone, and then out of nowhere, somebody tagged me with this supposedly like drop from Nickelodeon, and it looked super legit. And I'm like, oh, it's somebody that I follow, and they tagged a bunch of people. So I clicked
No,
on it,
it's
and immediately,
crazy. Now that you say that, I
uh,
could have got hacked the same way. I think maybe I got hacked too. I don't know the way I got hacked, but I remember that Nickelodeon drop that was going around on Twitter. I seen that. I actually clicked on that. I could have gave them access to my MetaMask that way.
guaranteed that's how it was. Did you do the report and do what you had to do so they could like what's it
You had to
called?
sign off
Uh,
access to them to your MetaMask, right? To get the
yeah.
NFT, supposedly.
Well, I never got mine. Everything's
Yeah, I never got
completely
mine
frozen.
either.
They're frozen on the accounts that they're at. But anyways, I clicked on that Nickelodeon account, and then it goes. I'm like, cool. So I click on it to connect my wallet. I connected my wallet, then I go mint because it was supposed to be free. And then I see my ETH go down. I'm like, cool. But and saw the transaction completion, the node. But I wasn't getting the NFT, so I click on it again. I'm like, oh, it must be slow, because of the traffic, blah blah blah. So I click on it again. I mint another one like a dummy because I was gonna do three,
Yeah.
and I do the second. The same thing happened, boom. And then on the third one, the I noticed right before I sent it, because they had already before I even connect my mask. I kind of noticed. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, why is my mask connected? I hadn't even connected. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever. It's the auto connected it. I didn't think too much because I was already rushing. I'm trying to get these free
Yeah.
free mints from Nickelodeon. So I'm like, but right when I was gonna click the third one, I noticed that the ETH amount changed. For the gas fee, I'm like, wait a minute, that's a
A
very
huge
big
difference.
jump.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's gonna drain my whole account. What are you talking about? So I immediately opened up my second page on my device to check out my to see if they were delivered, to see what type of NFTs I had. And the next thing I know, instead of seeing like an increase, I saw a decrease. I saw it. I went from 100 to 95. I'm like, oh no.
So those
So
selling your NFTs? So
they
what?
were stealing my NFTs. They were draining my wallet. I don't. And then I went to my hitting list. I'm like, maybe they just went. They went on my hitting for some like error, whatever. So I went on my hitting. They weren't there. I'm like, okay, I know what's going on. So I immediately I started like rambling. I tried to do my best to disconnect. My ETH was disappearing. Boom, it was gone. And then but they hadn't fully disconnected, bro. They weren't done yet, because the next day they came back and they drained all my OMI as well. They took my OMI, bro. And it's not that it was a whole bunch, but damn, bro,
It's
they took
crazy
my,
you
my
said
OMI.
you got scammed from your NFTs because I got scammed mainly from my crypto. I didn't have much crypto on there. I didn't have really no Ethereum. I was holding altcoins. I was holding this coin called Dodgelon Mars. It was this kid made a
I have
perfect token. So
I
I bought
sold it
into
too.
that and
I
I
have,
had billions of that on there. At one point, my $200 investment turned to like 6 racks because I got into Dodgelon like the first day or two at launch, right after Elon Musk talked about Dogecoin
oh,
last year and it bounced. Some kid made this coin and it had the Dogelon, the dot. the Dogecoin emblem of the dog with Elon's Musk haircut, and the abbreviation for the coin was Elon, ELON. I was like, oh, this is genius. Let me
I
throw a
never
little
saw all
funds
that, but
into it.
yeah.
So I got into that. Then at one point, my investment was like 6.5 racks. So I moved half to MetaMask because I was gonna like do some gambling, like you said, probably move into Ethereum and do a little gambling. But yeah, one day I hopped on. I wasn't big into MetaMask because I didn't really buy OpenSeas like that. I just posted my address on Twitter and got free NFTs like that from people
Oh,
giving away free NFTs from their community.
hmm.
So I honestly don't know how I got hacked, but they hacked me for all my funds. They didn't get any of my NFTs. I have over like 100 NFTs. I think I have like 110, but they're all like worthless NFTs. They're kind of cool ones I bought off of people through Cash App that they sent me. But I was surprised that they didn't get me for my NFTs. They got me only for my funds. So that's why I've been telling people I really think it was just a MetaMask hack alone. But I mean, on your end, you got hit MetaMask and OpenSea because took your NFTs off of OpenSea. That's
Yeah.
that's
If you clicked on the free Nickelodeon, it was probably that, to be honest.
yeah.
But another before you go, another thing, be careful with who you receive NFTs from, because if you click on some of those, they could be malicious as well,
Yeah,
bro. A
yeah.
lot, and I'm barely finding out this as well. Some of them even look legit. They'll have a bunch of like inventory, and they look legit, and they look like have transactions. And but you have to look up the metadata, and then you could kind of see like, oh, okay, this kind of looks a little sus.
Yeah,
But some of those,
I'm not gonna lie,
if you
that
click on
I've
them,
never really got into. I don't know much about how to look up metadata and so on about NFTs. So after I got hacked on MetaMask, I just really never gambled with any OpenSea NFTs. I just kept the Fishes project I have. I was more than grateful that they didn't take those from me. But yeah, that's really the only NFT project I'm on OpenSea. I'm on a bunch of others like NBA Top Shot, NFL All Day. I got some Panini ones, some Funko ones that I've collected. I see you got a Funko on the back. What
oh,
Funkos?
that's one of our newer ones. Because I have all kinds from different collections,
I
all
seen on
sizes.
when you were on K
This
Collection stream, you were showing some of yours. Oh, that's fire. That's
yeah.
fire.
This is for the wifey. This is for my wife.
Uh,
Yeah. This one right here. This is Jack from the Nightmare Before Christmas.
yeah.
The day I was with her, I couldn't remember the name of it, and this is one of our favorite collections. That's the thing. Sometimes I have like minor like brain farts, bro, and I like blank. I'm trying to, you know how it
Probably
is.
from the weed
But I
I
have a
smoked.
ton of maybe, bro. You know how it is. Growing up, kids be kids. But I have a ton of Funkos, bro. A ton of different collections, and then I have like Monopolies. I have like
Yeah,
my
see,
wife. Like I was telling,
it's funny.
I
That's
have like
another reason why I wanted
wait.
you on, because you were on K Collection stream talk about Monopoly. And man, I loved Monopoly growing up. That was the only board game I really played. Every time I went over to my grandmother's house, she'd whip out Monopoly and we'd play that for like 6 hours. And I would
But
always be the bank man handling the money. But yeah, I love Monopoly. We actually I live and they actually came out with a monopoly for our city a couple of years ago that was selling in our Walmarts around here. I wasn't able to pick it up because they
uh,
sold out quick. But yeah, Monopoly is one of my favorite. I own that on PlayStation and Apple, so I play
same.
on my phone.
PlayStation, on the Switch, on the Xbox, but for the kids, because we have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
ton of devices. To be honest, I used to be a big gamer, but I haven't been gaming for about a year. Like sometimes I'll get it on, or sometimes I'll play with my kids. But I haven't, like, I used to be a deep gamer. Like I used to play like Call of Duty really deep. I used to do the Easter eggs. I used to play
yeah.
Fortnite. I was actually a killer. And with the shittiest guns, and sometimes I used to pick the crappiest guns just so I could have a challenge. But because of how I am, bro, I'm disabled and stuff. I'm actually having like a lot of problems with my hands. Even when I'm trying to draw, like lately, I was trying to get into drawing, and I'm having a hard time. So because of that, like I haven't been focusing on the games, but also because of VeVe, and there's too much going
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
devices, on the phones. That there's no time for games, bro. And if I'm gonna play games, they better be played to earn. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, definitely. I agree. It's funny because
so,
I play games here and there. I'll jump on game because I'm in a couple game chats on Snapchat with my boys when like a Fortnite one,
right.
Call of Duty one. So I'll hop on and play with my boys here and there. But like you said, I only play like once a week. Last year, I broke my hand. I was out in Boston. I punched something. I can't close my pinky. I got way too
Oh man.
drunk. I punched something. I don't know. My boys told me I
Uh,
punched the sign. But I don't know. But like you said, when I play games, my hand will cramp up after like an hour or so, and I'll need to like stretch the muscles of my hand because the hospital told me I needed surgery the day I went and showed them I had my broken hand. Then they sent me to a hand surgeon, and the day after I had no pain in my hand. It was weird. I had a broken hand but no pain, and the hand surgeon was like, "Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. You won't need surgery." Now a year and a half later, I can't even close my fist, and I
oh
get
man, sorry to hear that.
this.
Yeah, I've broken my hand a couple of times and
It's
stuff. From gaming and from when I was a kid, I used to be a lot into different types of sports. I used to be but I'm not gonna get too much. So I
yeah.
used to be active and also dumb shit too. So I've broken a bunch of bones multiple times. But I no. Do you have a PS4 or PS5?
I have the PS5.
PS5. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, did you notice from the transition from the PS4 remote to the PS5? Did you notice right away? I mean, you could change the settings too, but even when you change the settings because of the shape of the remote, they're bigger. Right away, as soon as I picked up the remote, I noticed the difference. And for me, I started feeling the cramp as soon as I picked it up, bro. And
Yeah.
I was playing like maybe 2 minutes, and I couldn't take it, but I still played. I would play and play. But I was like, man, this is
Yeah,
not
I
as
didn't
enjoyable.
notice it right away because I just broke my hand last year and I had the PlayStation 5 from when it first came out.
Okay.
But definitely right after. So they put me in a cast the day I went to the hospital and I came
Yeah.
home and I immediately ripped off the cast because I couldn't play my game. So I couldn't
Play.
roll a blunt. I
Set the
couldn't roll a
okay.
blunt. I was sitting there trying to roll up a blunt and I couldn't do it. I was so pissed. I was like, all right, I need to smoke a blunt. So I ripped it off, smoked a blunt, play some games. But now, like you said, after like a day or two, like my hand was coming back with some pain. But
Yeah.
um, since this whole FTX thing happened this past month, I jumped into the like loophole of what
Mm.
happened with that because I have funds on a lot of exchanges, and honestly, I'm pretty sure I had funds on FTX. Not much to be worried about. I might have had like 100 or two that I put on there of an altcoin. At first, I didn't think I had it. I woke up the day of my birthday, seen that they went bankrupt and seen everything on Twitter. So I went on my Google Mail and I just searched FTX and found out I had emails from them. So I assumed I did have crypto on there. I could assume I probably had from 50 to $200. Not really worried about it, but the whole thing what FTX or what it's doing to the crypto industry is right now, it's kind of scary. So I've been jumping into that again, going down that loophole. It's pretty crazy, but yeah.
No, I that threw a wrench in everybody's program. Everybody's feeling it. It's been a domino effect. So many exchanges have been feeling it. So many exchanges have
Yeah.
been dropping because of it. And I don't want to get too much into the conspiracy side, bro, but I feel, and this is me, and feel free to edit me out for sure, because
Oh no,
especially this
no.
part, and I'm not going to
You're
get to it,
fine. You're fine.
but I feel that if FTX got that big, that without somebody putting a stop to them like way before, there's no way that somebody wasn't like protecting them. Somebody
Oh yeah.
had to help them, and I
Definitely. I
actually feel like
agree.
it might have even been the government from the beginning. Like they almost had like a plan, almost like CIA-ish type of thing. Like, hey, let's start this thing. We can make a ton of money, and then we could also throw like a little bit into the crypto, because crypto was getting out of hand, bro. A lot of
Yeah.
people were moving a lot of money without being noticed, regulated. A lot of it, like
Yeah.
what's the word? Anonymity, like a lot of like no, like straight up like incognito. But now with all this happening, now people want regulation, now people
Yeah.
want this, now people want that.
Regulations
So
on
with
all
that,
the exchanges.
and
It's
people are going to
crazy.
have to KYC with that. So if people have to KYC, then that's going to change everything. So I think somebody might have had like an agenda from the very beginning. Not
Oh,
only did they make
definitely.
a ton of,
I mean, there was the
but
back door on FTX the day they went bankrupt where they stole over $400 million of users' assets right
six,
after they
it
filed.
was,
Yeah,
yeah.
crazy. But
It,
yeah, I was just gonna say it's crazy too. The day after they filed bankruptcy, all these exchanges started coming out and showing their proof of reserve, all of these users' funds, and crypto.com posted a screenshot of their reserve wallet with all
yeah,
their reserves. Then 10 minutes later, their CEO went and accidentally sent $200 million to a different exchange saying he meant to send it to
what
a ledger, a cold wallet. And like making a transaction in crypto, you have to confirm that transaction 5 times before you send it. You know what I'm saying? And for a big company like crypto.com to accidentally make a mistake, a lot of these exchanges,
Somebody
yeah, a lot of these exchanges right now are just sending their proof of reserves around so they could take their screenshots and show. So after all this went down, I jumped in. I bought a ledger. I bought a bundle deal. It was $210. It was for the Bluetooth ledger, Nano X, and the S Plus. I want to say the Nano S Plus. I got both of them. But yeah, so I put my funds from exchanges on today, and it's pretty easy. It's just sign up, make an account. You basically through the ledger they have D apps, and it's like a decentralized app. I'm calling it a D app. That's what it reminds me of from the Wax blockchain running on there. But you have D apps, and you download like a Bitcoin, so that gives you your Bitcoin wallet, and that's where you just send your funds to on the ledger. It's pretty simple. I've been day by day slowly transferring my funds out of exchanges and just watching what the market's doing. But yeah, it's a scary time right now. Like I said, I got into crypto 2017. I watched Bitcoin go from 19K all the way down to 3K. And at that time I bought Ethereum I was buying Ethereum for under $100. I was buying it around 90 something. And I actually bought 5 of them. I cashed out 2 around like 1,400 and was putting in other coins. I got scammed out of one, then I got hacked out of one. And well, the one that I got hacked was basically the funds I had on Metamask and altcoins that I cashed out on it. So I have 1.5 left with other crypto still in different exchanges. I've slowly been taking out. But like I said, on the ledger, I'm learning more and more about which crypto is kept on which blockchain and like
exchange
how they're stored, yeah, and etc. So it's pretty cool. Whenever you get your hands on a ledger, if you need help, feel free to shoot me a message. I'll definitely help you out because I've been learning more and more, and it's pretty simple. I've been teaching my boy too how to do it. We've been doing it one by one, following the process and YouTube videos. But yeah, it's been surprisingly easier than what I thought it would be, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No. No.
I
Go
wanted
ahead, bro.
my beef for interrupting you. I wanted to jump into VeVe real quick and ask you what you think about this new drop coming up, the
Yeah.
Battle of Galactica. Is that a show? Was that a show?
It was a show and a movie. And so it was an old school show
and that dropped. I thought it was about the game. I remember the game. Wasn't there a game?
The game too. Yeah, the game. And I think
that's what I know. I didn't know there was a TV show or a movie. That's why I wanted to ask you real quick about that.
Yeah.
I mean, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I just turned 36. Yeah.
I'm doing the math. I just turned 28, so you're a little bit older than me.
Oh, I'm older than you. Yeah.
So that's why I don't know the show, I assume. I mean, I was probably young.
Yeah.
But no, excited for the job? Did you look at the preview yet?
Yeah, I did. At first, I think there was a little bit of a confusion because it said that it was going to be blind box, and then some people pointed it out and said that it was going. You were going to have to pick out. Hold on a second.
Oh no, you're fine.
Let me. All right, baby. My baby is because I have a camera. She can see me, and she's right here, and then. So she's going to the bathroom, and I locked it because if I'm out here, she'll go and say like, "Can you hear me?" Like act like I'm in there. She's just playing around. But no. Going back to the Medium article, yes and no. I'll probably have to move a little thing just to go for it because I'm like right below it. I have the gems. But I don't like to go for a drop and then be without any gems in case I see something opportunity. Yeah. So I don't ever like to do that, even though I'm damn near zero right now. If I'm not actually, I might even be. No, I'm actually at $3.36. I'm lying. So see, I'm already where
I'm right around that. I'm like $4 or $5 myself. So what's your whole take on the VeVe right now? I know you're more into Twitter than me. I've been seeing some controversy on Twitter. What do people? Flooding the only token, or I mean, I don't.
Where do you want to start?
Too much into the negativity, but
neither do I. I try not to, but sometimes I listen into a lot of the arguments, a lot of the stuff, bro. Oh man, there's so much stuff, and there's valid points from both sides. To be honest, like if you listen to both the sides, even from the flooders and even from the like straight up flooders, it's like like I know where you're coming from, bro, but you don't have to be that shady, that type of
Yeah,
person, But go
yeah,
ahead and say your point, but you don't have to like straight up then make up other stuff on top of it, like So now
right.
because now people really so it's like I know you have frustrations, I know you have whatever, but please don't make up stuff afterwards, or just so that people go to a different project. But my take is like it is definitely hard because people came into an ecosystem where the founders were aware of something, to be honest, and they were allowing it to happen, and they were allowing people to buy gems at 20 cents, 30 cents on the dollar. And people like me, I never did.
I'm
And
not gonna lie.
not that I'm.
It's funny you say you didn't. I did 3 times, but the way I did it, I was gonna do an escrow through one of the YouTubers, but they're charging too much. I only wanted to get like a couple hundred gems, and they wanted to charge like $100 fee. So I ended up finding someone through Discord, and this was my first time on Discord. I didn't know how to navigate it or anything. Found someone who was selling gems through someone's, I think it was VeVeVolt's Discord, and I was
Probably,
talking to
yeah.
him for 2 days, and we didn't know each other. We didn't see each other's face. So I was like, dude, we're waiting on VeVeVolt to do the escrow, but he was keeping up with his videos and so much other things where we didn't want to like wait on him. It was a couple days. I'm like, dude, I trust you if you trust me. And as I'm doing this,
Dangerous.
I did a live Zoom with myself, and I shared
Uh-huh.
my screen just recording the conversation I'm having with this kid
Oh, okay.
in case if
Yeah.
he scammed me. But the kid didn't scam me, and I did like 3, 4 transactions with him. I probably bought 500 gems worth, which I got 1,000 gems
Oh,
out
okay.
of it. But I didn't buy it too much. But I was taking advantage at that time. I knew at that time when people were selling gems at that, I knew something like this was going to come in the future. But the market was going to crash. But me personally, I haven't cashed out a dime yet on VeVe. I probably invested at tops probably 3 grand on VeVe, and my collectibles right now is probably sitting at like 5.5, 6 grand. So I'm still up if I wanted to cash out. But at an all-time high, my collectibles were worth around like 20K. I don't have no major grill.
I'm great.
I don't have no major grill. I was focusing on the comic books a lot because this VeVe's really my first NFT investment. My boy told me about NFTs last year in February, and I started doing research on major companies' NFTs because I never understood how people were selling their artwork or how these communities were getting so big in such short of a time. I thought these were going to be scams. So I was like, let me look up companies that I know are major IPs, stuff that I invest in. So I looked into Marvel, Funko, and those are my first two I got into. I got into the Marvel comics, and when MC1 dropped on VeVe, I bought over 20 something of them, but I didn't know what VeVe was at the time. So I was just selling them on market to get my money. And to be honest, I can't
Yeah.
wait till we can look at the metadata more easily because I want to go back and see if I owned a secret rare of Marvel's Comic 1. I might have and sold it not knowing what a secret rare was back then because I did own
It,
so much. It was,
you know what's funny, bro, that you say that is that one, that's going to be awesome that we're going to be able to look at all the data for sure. And then two, I kind of saw it coming, and not to sound like but I did not, I could have, should have, would have, like everybody else, but I saw it coming for the same reason that I got in. Like afterwards, the very first person that I saw, but that wasn't the first person that I followed. The very first person that I followed was actually Wendy Stabala. She's not even that heavy into VV,
no, it's funny.
but
The first time I heard about Wendy, people were saying that she was scamming people online because someone made a fake account and was selling
I
gems.
heard that too.
And
But I
then I
had
was like,
heard
who is
before
this
that.
Wendy? Then I actually looked and seen her on YouTube on more people's streams and talking more on Twitter. Then
Yeah, she's a good person as far as
yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely. At first, I was like, wait, who is this Wendy chick? She's always scamming people. Then my boy, because a lot of people are scamming people through buying gems at that time. So me and my boy were like, yo, we
yeah.
should make a VV anonymous page, like hunting down these scammers and trying to figure out who they are. And at first, someone made that fake Wendy page, so we started looking into who Wendy was. Then I started seeing her in all these streams. I'm like, oh, she's a good person. She's a good person in this community. I started seeing the women of VV, all that stuff. So that's when I really got my like name out there on Twitter because I was doing more research into who everyone was as an influencer in the community. It's dope.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, but she's a good person. Oh, but like I was how I got in when that first guy that I saw, Daniel, he had like a ton of collectibles, and the one that I told you that he was telling me, or through YouTube, not telling me, telling everybody how to move stuff through Telegram and stuff, which was scary to me. I saw him post that the reason why and I didn't even finish the video. He posted the reason why I'm getting out of VeVe. And I'm like, oh man, this ain't good, because this was a whale, and he
Yeah.
makes big moves. And then not only that, but everybody was too happy. Everybody was way too happy. I was watching Randy, and everybody in his channel was making money. People were brand new coming in, and they were making money. And he kept saying, "I love this game. I love this game." And then people kept saying, I was like, "Oh no!" I told my wife, "I need to sell everything. I need to get out of this, and then come right back when everything drops, because everybody's gonna wanna get out as soon as cash out comes." And it's going to be just like a domino effect. I told her, and she's like, "No, don't do that, because then you're going to buy everything back in, and what if it doesn't happen?" I'm like, "It's going to happen." And she's like, "No, no." And because she's my partner, bro, and even though I know better, I still, we stayed in. I still like would sell my stuff, but I would buy other things. Like I would move, like sell this collectible or I would sell this collectible to buy that collectible. So I was constantly making moves, and then finally, I like when the market started coming down really really bad, I like sold like a couple of things, and I was holding on to 10,000 or about 10K gems. And then she asked me to buy her stuff. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I started buying her stuff, and and this is right before they took out the transferring of gem, or not gems, of collectibles
It's
between
funny
accounts.
you say
So
the day, my fault for interrupting you, but the day they
no, no,
cut
no.
off transfers, I made a new account because I was afraid of tax reasons, because a lot of YouTubers were talking about we might get hit with taxes on all our gem fees, on all the, and I was making trades and trades a day. So once I was worrying about all these taxes, I'm like, all right, let me make a new account. So I made a new account, and I started funding all of my NFTs. I funded like 120 comics to this new account. Then the next day they cut off transfers. So I have
Oh man,
120 comics locked on my second
one
account,
your
which
account.
I'm gonna be able
Yeah,
to merge soon. But I'm not
yeah.
worried about those, because those are the major grail comics from like the first 100 or first 50. I got different rarities and stuff of. But my fault for interrupting you right there. I just want to talk about
No, no.
when they saw
Yeah,
the
yeah.
transfer.
No, you're good, bro. No, but yeah, I started like sending her stuff. I started transferring stuff to her. And it wasn't cheap. It was like stuff. I'm like I was like telling her, if you just wait, these very same things that you're asking for, because I knew the market back then. I knew it like the back of my hand, like everybody else.
Yeah.
Like you would tell any comment, like everything's repetition for me. I have to constantly keep doing it, or else it gets a little foggy or not as good. So if you would ask me about a comment, I would tell you which comic, how many page, like I would
Yeah.
be able to tell you like full detail about the comic, about how many, everything about the pretty much. Anyways, so I was like, no, just wait, because this very same collectible that's $400 today, in a week it's going to be $200. It always moves up and then down. And she's like, no, because blah, blah. Okay, because I just didn't want her, like
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, so here. So I started buying it and selling it, and then before I knew, my 10K was literally like at a K or 2K. I'm like, oh man, this isn't gonna work. So I gotta save this. So and then that's what I kept trying to keep like about a K in my account at all times. But because of her and me like going for drops and stuff, like it would always go up and down and fluctuate. But no, right now our accounts probably both together are not even worth 10K, bro. To be honest, mine's not even worth like 3K. To be honest, at the moment with everything the way it
Yeah,
is,
I would have my account would have been a lot
40K at
more.
one.
My account would have been a lot more in value if I wasn't so connected to my collectibles. I love my collectibles, the mints I have. Like I'm a big Marvel fan, so most of my collection is Marvel. I have a couple Star Wars because I am a Star Wars fan as well. But right, when they updated the VeVe market and we were able to snipe comics real quick, like just refreshing that one page before we had to click on the actual comic. Right when they updated that, I was watching someone stream VeVeVault stream, and he was telling people not to upgrade, update that. So I have a Galaxy right here I'm using for my light, but I have a Galaxy, my other phone. I had VeVe on, and I didn't upgrade my VeVe app for like 3 weeks, and I was sitting there sniping mad comics.
Yeah,
I got like 100 sub mint
yeah.
that like 3-digit comics. And I actually
Yeah.
sniped FA Bishop's comic mint 616 for 30 gems on the market, which I have.
Oh
It's
man.
locked up on that account. But that's like my favorite Grail collectible right now because it's a 616 common, and like I don't know, it's dope character Bishop and
Uh,
Marvel. But
well,
my
well,
favorite.
let me. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted. Your favorite what? Go ahead.
I know I was gonna say my other favorite two collectibles is probably the Marvel Golden Moments, Iron Man, and the Avengers Hey, just because I wasn't able to
Mm-hmm.
get I didn't land any of the Golden Moment drops. The only one I landed was the last one, the D. And I
Oh,
eventually I sold my Ultra Rare Vader because I did hit that on the drop. I sold him for
oh,
1,300 right before his
oh, nice.
crash
Yeah,
below a G. Then I was able to buy Amazing Fantasy 15, and I bought those both golden moments with the DaVi funds I had.
yeah.
But those are pretty much the grails of my collection at the moment.
I have an AF-15 in my wife's account. Her account actually has like the nicer comics. She has nicer comics, and the reason why is because like me, like even though I know what to do, coming from stocks and crypto, I was angry one day. I was really, and this is why you should never play with with your stuff when you're emotional, because I was really angry one day, and I was angry at myself for not making a move. So instead of like being the rational person waiting for me to come down and stuff, like I was purposely selling stuff knowing that I was punishing myself. And the more I would do it, the angrier I would get. So I would purposely do it. This is how the mentality
That
that
happened to
that day
me,
I
and
had.
I took a $500 hit one day. I went to go sell Zombie Spider-Man when he was 270, and I accidentally sold my FA Common Spider-Man that was at
Oh man,
780. I listed him for 270 and someone snagged it immediately. And I was like,
for sure.
no.
Yeah.
And I
Oh yeah.
panicked right away, sold $500 worth of comics and bought him back for 700. And right now he's at
Uh,
$100.
yeah, yeah. No, when you do stuff like that, you just gotta wait for him to come back down, bro.
Yeah. But that
But
was my
no, yeah,
first collectible on VeVe, so I was like, that was my baby on VeVe. You get what I'm saying? I bought
yeah.
FA Common Spider-Man for $30 under retail on
Oh,
market.
yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I was so mad at myself. I was like punching myself in the face.
Oh no, no, yeah, no. Well, you know what? I learned because when I was younger, I used to always break my stuff. I would always break my phone when I would get angry, and then when I would come down, I'm the one paying for it. So then I
Yeah,
learned the one that hurts, it's me. So
yeah,
I don't do none of that stuff no more. Believe it or not, I don't punch walls no more. I don't
yeah.
like none of that stuff because
I feel you.
we grow. We're not kids. So
But
I
you live and you learn from your mistakes.
exactly. But because my mentality is you can't really lash out at nobody but yourself sometimes. So don't get me wrong, sometimes I act like but not lately.
Yeah,
I've been growing. Yeah, I've been growing, bro. But that day I was trying to punish myself, bro. Long story short, and I knew what I was doing was like incorrect, like this is wrong, not only to myself but like move wise. And I knew that Darth Vader wasn't going to be that high, like he was stacking because that day he was climbing, but I knew that he was going to come back to a reasonable price, which I would be able to buy. But instead, I was selling collectibles that I had had for a long time, mints that I love, bro, like matching sets with matching mints, bro. I started dropping them, and then also because not only was I punishing myself, but at the same time, I was telling in the back of my head, I was telling myself, what if this is your Walt? Because believe it or not, I never got to own a Walt.
yeah, same.
When Walt dropped, the I never even got to see the buy button, bro. As soon as the timer went out, it immediately said sold out. I didn't even have a chance to like spam it. Back then, I used to time it.
And that was the week I learned about rebounds on the 4 minute mark. The week after that, the first golden moment drops was the week of my birthday in November. And I was so pissed because I wanted the Star Wars ones, which dropped on my birthday, and I didn't land any drop that week.
Mhm.
I was so mad. Then that time I was in Florida visiting family, so I wasn't watching streams as much. Then when I came back home, I started watching Vault stream again. And that's when I learned about the 4 minute rebounds
Oh
and how they have
yeah.
most of the people on those Disney drops are scoring rebounds. They're scoring
Mhm.
late rebounds too, like past the 30-minute mark. Um,
I knew about rebounds back then, and I wasn't able to get any, dude.
that's
I knew about all the tips and tricks since I got in. Like, well, as soon as I got in, I started doing my research, and I more or less knew how to play. But all I needed was practice. But because I was a gamer, I got good at it, really good at it right off the bat. At one point, like people were saying like, bro, are you a bot? Because like, and this is gonna sound low, but I was averaging about 30-40% on hits,
Yeah.
and back with the bots, people were like maybe once a month, every 2 months we're hitting it, and me like once every 2 weeks for sure, like every week I was hitting them, sometimes like twice in a week.
Same.
And
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
had no problem hitting the jobs at the beginning. Like I want to say 80% success on comic drops until lately. I really haven't started going for them since they started dropping a lot. But I want to say the first 75 comics, I hit majority 80% of them, and I never hit a secret rare until my first secret rare was the Nick Fury comic, and I made profit on that. I sold that. I don't own any secret rares at the moment just because if I scored one secret rare and it wasn't like a big comic I liked, I was like, all right, let me sell it and put more funds into collectibles and other comics I do, like first appearances and etc. But yeah, I wanted to get some of your insight on VeVe. What do you think about the VeVeVerse? I know you bought
man, I
the decon
to be
event.
honest, like I'm gonna give them the time that they need. I really liked it. I see big things happening, but I wasn't too impressed with what they showed right now. Because I already see the vision. I've seen it for a while, even before they shown
Same.
it. So I believe in everything they're gonna do. But what they showed us, I kind of see it as we have to show you something right now, so people kind of stop being
Yeah,
so negative,
100%.
so that they have something physical to believe. Because it's kind of like I don't want to get too much into it, but it's kind of like God. A lot of people don't believe in God because their belief is like, well, if I can't see it, I don't, and if I can't hear it, I can't smell
Yeah.
it. It's
No,
not
that's a
real.
lot of people's beliefs on NFTs. They're like, "What's this? I could take a screenshot of it." But
Mhm. So for that reason, I think they had to show something. And they said that this is something that they came up with in a week, and it kind of looked like it too.
I
To be
was
honest, it looked like somebody did
I was
something really
very
quick.
me personally, I was impressed with how much detail was done to it, like how much aspect was brought into it. Like you could do this, you could do that, you could customize it. By the looks of it, it did a lot remind me of that app Spatial. You know that app Spatial? It reminded me of a lot like
I
that.
didn't want to say it.
That
I
app
didn't want to say it.
that app is pretty cool, but I do like, I mean, we've seen this app Spatial roll out. Well, I've seen it roll out this past like a year and so, and progress, and how they didn't have legs and now they do. And I was shocked to see how VeVe jumped right into it and had all these aspects. Like I could go YouTube live, next interview, next podcast we could do right in the VeVeVerse. Like
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
excited for it. And like during this market right now, I don't know how much people are flooding VeVe and the OMI token. I'm more excited for what the future holds just
For
because
sure.
they just
Yeah,
dropped
yeah.
VeVe. And not even if they didn't drop the VeVeVerse, the fact that they built such a good community. Like I was so pissed and jealous of everyone that went to decon that I couldn't go. But I know one year
Uh,
for sure I'm gonna be there to meet everyone and have a good time.
well,
But
well,
it just makes me more
yeah.
grateful to be a part of this community, to meet you and others and talk. Like I like if it wasn't for VeVe, I wouldn't have known you. So big thanks to that VeVe. Like
I know. So to VeVe, and that's why I'm always gonna be grateful to VeVe, bro. I'm never gonna take away from VeVe. I'm never gonna like disrespect VeVe like that. And the thing is that VeVe brought a lot of us together, and because of that, a lot of people come in and they get to know us, and they pretend like they're with us, and then little by little they try to pick us and try to like bring us to a different project with the purpose of knowing that we're already connected, and knowing that we're not cheap, but we lead in packs. So if I'm good with you and I see you in a project because I'm already solid with you, I'm gonna take our more or less
yeah,
like friendship. I'm gonna take that as like, no, like this is like already like a minor stamp. So okay, I'm gonna look into it too. And if it's only like $50, why not? I'm gonna throw it in, because
yeah.
if he thinks that $50 are good enough for him, then it's good enough for me. And I think that people see that, and they come and they siphon from us. They siphon from VeVe a lot, and they take out. And that's how a lot of these projects kind of like try to come in, which there's nothing wrong, but a lot of people are genuine from
I
other projects, and
I
they come
do
in
like it.
and they collaborate.
If
Well.
it wasn't for the VeVeFam, I wouldn't have known about the Fishes Project. I wouldn't have known about HRODC or the Bat Cows or even a
Bring it.
bunch of
Yeah,
these
yeah, yeah.
projects, and it's
Back,
dope that
bro.
the VV community, they're not shy to talk about other projects. You know what I'm saying? They're not like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
we're just mainly VV. You know what I'm saying? Like I
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought the richest thing in life, I think, is the connections we can meet with people and make with people, because we can learn so much from others, whether it's their mistakes or just watching them or
Networking,
like
bro. Yeah,
anything. So like it's dope just to see how much the VV community is built. Like I talk to my
for
boys,
sure.
I'm like, growing up, I always wanted to get something signed by Stan Lee, because I love
Um,
Stan Lee and like how he brought like all these Marvel characters together and built this big universe. And I told my boys, and every time I'm watching VV stuff, I point at David Yu. I'm like, that's my next Stan Lee. I'm gonna get his
yeah,
autograph
yeah,
one day.
yeah.
Like just for
Cash
the
up.
fact he brought everyone together, it kind of
Mhm.
reminds me of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't have superpowers, but we all have something unique we can share and tell one another. It's dope. And the fact that David Yu, he's not like he's not no other like cocky business person. He's out there jumping on people's YouTube live streams and talking about their company, talking about the community, how they can make it better. Like the fact VV has been through so much through the people flooding their project, and I don't know. I'm just so grateful that they came out and
Yeah,
showed their progress and how far they have gone. And I mean, I've had hope
yeah,
all this way. I've never cashed out a dime yet on VV. I'm hold till five,
yeah.
10 years in the long
Yeah,
run right now, because I really
nice.
do believe in
Yeah.
this
Well,
project.
Same here. Well, what I was gonna do, I tried to cash out once, which I still haven't technically. I tried to cash out once, but I was affected by the cash out glitch. So during that cash out glitch, my funds, at one point, because my money was stuck for so long, I thought that I had sent it to the wrong account. Until I went back, I looked at everything and I double checked, and I was actually able to find the information that I inputted, the exact input and detail number by number account, and it showed all my information. It was correct. And then literally I found out, I started hearing of other people like, hey, like, where's my money, blah blah blah. And then out of nowhere we found out like, hey, there's a cash out glitch. Now,
Yeah,
we're working on it.
I knew there was gonna be some type of glitch, just because how much people were like flooding the project. Oh, we can't cash out yet. We can't cash out yet. So I knew the day that they were gonna enable cash out, there's gonna be a glitch. A bunch of people. The one thing I didn't like about a bunch of these people in this community, Vivi is built to be a collector's app. I learned that from day one. I'm not here to make quick money. Maybe on collectibles I don't like, I'll make a quick buck if I see the opportunity to do so. But I'm really here for the long run. I'm
For
majority of
sure.
me is collecting. I mean, VV has made me collect Funkos and comics in real life, and I'm just grateful about the community. Honestly, I really am.
And that's how it's supposed to be, bro. But before I tell you the reason why I have to do some of the moves that I have to do, let me tell you real quick what I
Yeah,
was
my
trying to
fault
do.
to interrupt you.
No, you didn't interrupt me or nothing. No, you're good. But I'm gonna tell you what the reason why I was trying to do the move that I was trying to move. So I tried to cash out some, because at that point Ethereum was at $900, and I saw my jump. I'm like,
Oh,
boom,
yeah,
Ethereum. I'm gonna jump on
opportunity.
Ethereum. Wait until it doubles up to 1,800, 2K, sell it and put that back into VeVe.
Yeah,
So I saw the opportunity, and I'm like, boom. I started like panicking. I'm like, I'm gonna do a move. I'm like, I'm
yeah,
gonna be good. I'm gonna be straight. And I'm like, okay, good. I'm gonna be good. In a couple of days, this is gonna, I'm gonna be
yeah.
good. So I saw the move, because, like I said, I came from crypto. And it's not like, and this is my thing, by the way. Sorry to go on a tangent and go off topic real
You're
quick, but it's
fine.
not like
You're
crypto.
fine.
Look at charts and you can predict them. Like, you could take estimates, you could guess on people's emotions, looking at the charts, being like, okay, so it's at this point, so it might start spiking up at
Yeah.
this, and at a certain price. So with crypto, I kind of look at the charts and you kind of guess a little bit. But with Ethereum, you more or less know certain things are going to happen. So with Ethereum, I was like, okay, it's going to go back to double from 900. There's no way it's going to stay under a K for too long. Now it's at 1,200, but this is
Yeah.
back then when it was at,
And it
so
bumped
I
to
tried.
4 grand after that, roughly.
Yeah, bro. So I was like, so this is my move. But no, my money, unfortunately, because I have, bad luck, my money ended up getting stuck for 27 days, if I'm not mistaken. 27 days my money was mistaken, and then out of nowhere, my money's back in the app. I'm like, oh man, this was pointless. And then Ethereum was back up, and I'm like, okay, I lost my opportunity. Now there's no point in doing
Yeah.
that. Okay, so, okay, whatever. So I lost my opportunity and stuff. So I'm like, okay, so now let's move on. Let's concentrate. And now I'm not taking anything out. If anything, I'm just going to be putting in, and I'm just going to stack when I can, what I can. But when I made my mistakes, when I was, like I told you, I was punishing myself. I did it for a reason. I wanted to buy Vader because I didn't want him to turn into my wallet where he was going to be unreachable. But I made the mistake. I buying him at the all-time high, 2650. And then I wanted to. Well, I've had a plan for a while. I've had
Well,
a
that'll
bunch of
pay
like
you off one day, honestly. It really will, because the just him being the first appearance and the ultra rare movable with him with the lightsaber and the force and all of that. I and him being one of the biggest villain characters out there from back in the 80s or whenever Star Wars started. He's definitely a huge character.
Yeah, no, so I made the mistake of buying him at the all-time high, bro. But and then I was holding him, and prices started crashing. But back then I was really in tune with like the community. And, well, I still am, but like because I take my breaks because of
Yeah.
my physicality, and then sometimes we all have to go through life, bro. And I don't want to get too much into details, but because of how I am, bro. Like sometimes instead of like being so negative, I back away a little bit. Like I'll take my breaks from Twitter. I'll still
Mhm.
like listen in, and I'll still like hit my likes, and I'll still make sure to go onto YouTube and hit my likes. But I just won't comment as much. But I'll always watch the
Yeah,
content.
no, I'll give you that, bro. You've been consistent. I mean, we all go through our ups and downs in life, but I'll give that to you. Every day, every stream I hop on, you're there. You're giving everyone those positive vibes. I mean, honestly, I mean, people probably don't say it, but you probably pushed a lot of people in the community to keep going. I mean,
I think so, bro.
a
Pretty
lot of videos I do hop on. You're the first one to comment on. I'm like, damn, people.
I
It's
try
dope.
sometimes. Yeah, bro. Appreciate
It
it.
really
Appreciate
is
it, bro.
dope.
Thank you.
And
And by the
that's
way,
another
I saw
reason
your
why I
videos.
wanted.
Yeah, I saw your video with your boy. I saw the full. Yeah. And then with I don't remember. I'm terrible with names, bro. I'm good with faces, even though my eyesight is terrible, bro.
Nah,
Like,
yeah,
like once as we you'll know more the reasons why. But like I have terrible vision, bro. So I'm terrible with names, but I'm okay with faces. So once I see your face, I'll never forget you, bro.
yeah,
Like you're engraved into my like with me. But names I'm terrible at. But I saw the first interview you said that you did with someone that you didn't grow up with. What was his name? So,
nearly. Yeah,
yeah,
he.
yeah.
I met him in the first podcast I did and the second podcast. Met both of them through this NFT group on Facebook that was
Oh,
out in Florida when I was out there visiting my family in Florida. It
yeah.
must have the algorithm on Facebook must have just hooked us up. Then from
Oh,
there,
okay.
they've been supporting me. I've been supporting them,
Yeah,
and it's been dope. Just like those are other connections I met outside of VeVe, and
yeah, yeah.
that's another reason why I just want to make this podcast is just to have people I don't know hop on here, share their vision of what the community is,
Yeah,
NFT community or whatever community they're in, or if they have projects I can help
yeah.
them out with, promote, and etc. Like I just want to make this podcast or mainly just connect with others with the same
Yeah,
similar interests and help others along the way.
for sure. No, for sure. But yeah, like I was saying, bro. Yeah, so I seen, I like, I watch everybody that I can. I try, but sometimes I'll miss a little bit, But I try for the most part to do my hardest to support everybody where I can. Like no matter how big they are or how small, like to me they'll always be equal. That's why, like I'll always give my respects to David, you, to Alex, to Dan, to
Oh
all of them.
yeah, I
But
love
I'm
them
not.
all. I'm really pissed. I'm really pissed they don't know my face because I've been in like
I'm sure they do.
that's another thing that I kind of like hit myself on the back for is like I've been in VeVe since the first comic drop. Like I should have put my face out there in the community
Damn.
a lot
Yeah.
back then. But I mean, like that's only an excuse for me. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's the reason why I started these. I started this YouTube. The vision is mainly for my podcast. Then I started up my other channel, Daniel's Son, just to
Yeah.
kind of show people what I'm getting into, what
Okay.
I'm investing into, my insight on things, etc. Because I just mainly wanted this to be to bring people together that I didn't know or did know to help share their story and etc.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, no, I try. I try my, but sometimes I have to take my little breaks and stuff. But it's it's all it's all part of life. We
Yeah,
all go through stuff. But another time, I could tell you more. What happened to me and all that stuff. But because of that, sometimes it's like I said, instead of being negative, I'll just hold back a little bit. but I'm still watching, I'm still listening, I'm still like hitting the likes and stuff, bro. But you know, just you know, a little bit more quiet instead
Yeah.
of is putting my tag out there. You know, I'm a little bit more on the hush side, but I'm still always trying to support, you know, everybody.
Yeah, it's dope too to see you in Cake Collections Bingo when we were playing the bingo
Oh
that
yeah, yeah.
night. And
Well, yeah, 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 yeah.
it was funny because I bought 8 cards to support her, and I'm sitting here trying to do all 8, and it's
Um,
hard to try to keep up.
yeah,
So the only ones I won was when she was like, guess a number and guess a letter, and I guessed the letter W, and I seen that you posted W, and I'm like, nah, give it my homie Dan. All right, won one, give it to
yeah.
him.
It, what was I gonna say? Because I think I did put it right before you, huh? And she didn't see the W like before me, and she's like, "Oh, Daniel's son." No, but it happens. You know, it happens. It was all up. Like joking. I was like, I'm like, hey, I had put it before him, you know, but he had, you know, after that,
But nah, I
you know,
see. I was
before.
like, either way, give it to
Yeah,
homie
yeah,
Dan. He's a
yeah,
big
yeah. Appreciate.
supporter, and I
Yeah,
already won one. I
I
got one
have it.
for two.
I have it in my living room, by the way.
Yeah,
I thank you, but hell
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, no
bro.
problem.
And
Thanks to
no,
her,
no, and thank you for
honestly.
no, well, thank you for bringing that up because if you ever have merch and stuff, and if I ever get something for you, bro, I need you to sign that because
Oh
that's what
yeah,
I'm. Another thing
definitely.
that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start collecting stuff from
Well, I
everybody
do
that I
have
know.
merch. This is when I had my own
There's,
clothing line last year. I was making merch for this
yeah,
podcast
yeah,
before I even started, but I'm definitely gonna bring back a page once I start putting more content out there because I want to make a I want to make YouTube reels and Facebook reels, a Facebook page, Twitter page for all my like podcasts on my other personal page. But I just want to keep up with the content first. I don't want to make pages
yeah,
if I only have
yeah.
a couple
Yeah.
videos. So as I
Well,
grow my audience, you'll definitely be on
yeah.
the list for sure. And same
For,
likewise
yeah,
goes for you. If you have any giveaways or anything I can help
oh,
support,
yeah. Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. Well, me, I'm more of the consumer. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I like to draw. I have stuff, but I'm never playing on like those. That's not like for me. I'm more like here to support. I'm here more like trying to buy. Like I have my stuff, but I don't see me doing things. You know, like maybe I'll mess around one day and just to
Hey,
play
who
around, see
knows?
what.
Now since we're actually talking and we got to introduce ourselves and know each other, maybe we could collab and make a Dan clan something for
For
people
real,
in
yeah,
the future.
yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
definitely be more than open to that.
Yeah, no, that'd be dope. You know what I was gonna do the other day because I like to draw, but even
I,
though my
I personally like to draw too. I used to draw. I used to do a lot of graffiti when I was younger. Heavy. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm big into
yeah,
graffiti, but I haven't
uh,
drawn in years. Honestly, I definitely need to get back into it. But that'll be
I
something to pull me back into it. If you would like to collab on something, I'm more than
hell
welcome.
yeah, no, that would be dope because the other day I did something just messing around and it's kind of quick. And I was just gonna make it into an NFT on OpenSea because you know how you can mint your own stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
and I was gonna make it dirt cheap, and I was just gonna joke around, you know, post it on Twitter and see who buys it, and be like, I'm officially an artist, you know, just
Nah, yeah.
but it
Honestly, if you ever do anything like that, I'll definitely promote. Just, I mean, you're helping me with this podcast. I'll help in any way I can. I really
No,
will,
for
bro.
sure, but no, appreciate it. But no, yeah, like I said, I never really had like plans or of making anything but for sure, if you ever want to, like, why not? I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I don't mind helping people out or collabing with something or doing something because I like to draw, but because my hand is kind of shaky, sometimes I have troubles with lines. But my imagination, bro, it is like out there. If you ever find somebody that could sketch out like word for word like whatever I'm like someone's describing, bro, we would be able to make
Oh,
amazing
you
art
need
because
to
it's out there.
since you say that, you need to start messing around with the AI generators. That's
You
basically
think
what it
so?
is. You put in the words and the AI will generate the art for you. The
Oh, okay. Yeah,
AI generators.
I heard of it, but I never really looked too much into the
Yeah,
generator.
I personally never looked. I just seen people on Twitter scrolling that they type in stuff to AI and the AI will create a cool image for them. But
Yeah,
it's
no,
definitely dope to check it out.
that definitely would be something to check out, and I will. But yeah, we'll check something out, or we'll collab on something in the future. We'll draw something up, or if you ever have something, I don't mind, you know, shooting, posting it up on Twitter, promoting it, and like you said, every time you have a podcast or YouTube, you know, for
Oh
sure,
yeah.
you know, pump, you know, go on the comments,
Yeah,
hit retweet it.
that's why I sent you that invite to that Discord I made. I know I'm not active on it. I'm
Thank
still learning
oh
more about
yeah,
Discord, but I'm like throughout the next week I want to put some bots in there where it keeps up with like VeVe and maybe DC tweets and more tweets allow to let people know of
Yeah.
upcoming drops and news and etc. But I've just been like my page Daniel Sun 781. I made a goal to do one video a day just to be
Oh, okay.
consistent on
Yeah,
videos.
yeah.
So I've been uploading a video a day for 30 days, and last night I just did my 13th video. So I'm trying to be consistent on that. That's why I just have so much written down on my things to do. I just haven't tackled them all, but I
Right
slowly
on.
am one by one. But
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah, I got you on Discord as well. But my bad, bro. Sometimes I'm like so inactive with Discord. It's like
oh
the
no,
most, and I don't
not
even have notifications on. So sometimes I go in just to see if I've missed anything. So I only have about maybe like this much of Discord. So it's about like
yeah, no need to be sorry. Like I said, I
yeah,
haven't
bro.
updated that in like 2 weeks. I've been slacking just because I have so much other things on my
Yeah,
plate.
yeah.
That's definitely one of the things on my plate I plan on doing because I definitely want to grow more audience in there, just to build a community for people with like-minded interests or people we could just help out in the community. But yeah,
For real, bro. Yeah, yeah.
um, I have a question on you get your DC account fixed yet?
Nah, it's still locked. The other day I heard someone or not the other day, yesterday I heard somebody talking that they have an email direct email to somebody on DC, and I asked them for it. They still haven't sent it to me, and no, it's still locked.
I was gonna
Basically,
say because
I just don't want to be part of the problem, bro. Like, check this out. You know how everybody's bitching on BB? There's so many bots, there's so many fake accounts, blah blah blah. Well, I just didn't want to be a hypocrite, baby, and nothing wrong with that. You know, you feel me?
yeah.
If you want to have multiple accounts, you know, more power to you. I just personally don't want to be part of the problem. Making more accounts, you know, and then even though I'm not a bot, it's damn near the same thing to me. Even though I have,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
I
you
totally
feel
agree.
me?
The only reason I brought that up is funny you say that is because on yesterday's drop was the first one I was able to score, and
Congratulations! I saw that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
appreciate. So when DC did make that site last year, and you know how they were giving away the floppy disk and those hard drives,
I
I
have some.
made I made like 6 accounts. I was like, all right, let me see what I can get. So on one account, I got the legendary, and that's the account I KYC. So yesterday,
Okay.
when I was participating in the drop, I signed in on my KYC account. I got that. Then I had another one in queue, and it just happened to pop up and say buy comment. So I signed into one of my accounts that are non KYC to see if I could buy it, and it went through. I bought it.
Oh, nice.
I ended up getting a rib. I was gonna say if you have any problems with your account in the future, I'll be more than willing to give you one of my 6 accounts for free.
Uh-huh.
I have a couple NFTs on there, and you could just
R-
KYC one of those.
Right on. Appreciate it, bro. No, well, my account actually, believe it or not, they're still sending the airdrops
Oh,
because
are
that's how
they?
I had it. I've had it for a while.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
so the only reason I didn't buy a Batco is because my wife told me not to. So, but I was actually going to buy one. But the only reason I didn't was because of my wife and, you know, blah, blah, blah.
I was
But
gonna buy one too, but I wasn't big. I'm not a big DC fan. I didn't know much about it, but I didn't think the utility
oh,
was gonna
yeah.
be that good. But now seeing the community, I'm biting myself in the ass. Like, damn, I should have bought one. But it is what
It,
it is.
it'll
I'm
come back down. You,
appreciative of all the airdrops I am getting from the Harley Quinn and maybe of these flash drives in the future. Who knows? It's a cool project though. I'm happy I got in from when I did.
no, yeah, no, like I said, it's still locked. But the funny thing is, they want me to basically hold my ID to my face and say, I'm a real person. My name is Daniel, blah, blah, blah. And I state that I am a real person, and
Yeah,
which
that's
is
what it is.
okay, cool. Which is it's kind of funny, kind of weird. Okay, I'll do it. But the thing is, where they want me to send it, when once you click on it, if the link, I don't know who's because it's not even official. It doesn't even say that it's officially going to somebody for sure on their side. It's just send it to here, and we'll unlock your account. And that's all. It's a really
Yeah,
weird link.
don't risk it. Yeah, I wouldn't risk it.
So it's like, okay, I'm gonna trust you with all my information, like biometrics and everything.
Yeah.
But you can't trust me when I already gave you all my personal information, my
Yeah.
KYC. Yet you don't trust me enough to send you like at least a selfie. But I get, you know, facts because everybody can nowadays. You could edit, you know.
Yeah.
So I get it. I get why they're doing it. But where I'm sending the video to, it just seems sketch kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'll just wait until I get a hold of somebody for real, a real person, and then if they choose to unlock it, cool. If they don't, then okay, cool as well. But I just did not want to be a part of the problem. I didn't want to make, you know, the accounts, you know. But I still have they're sending me the airdrops, bro.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, I threw that offer out there because I didn't know if you were able to get any of the
Speaking of free
NFTs or
stuff,
airdrops
did you collect your free NFT from Reddit?
from Reddit.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't hear about that. I was gonna ask you. Actually, I seen Chris Coffey's tweet earlier about the hot dog NFT. How did you get that? Were you able to scan his picture? Because I
Yeah,
wasn't able to scan it.
the picture that picture that he put, uh all you have to do, the barcode there, you scan it, and it literally sends you to their website, and you just connect the mask, and you mint. It was Matic. It was damn near free. Basic, it is free, less than a penny.
Yeah.
And you get this. You got that. But the reason, and that's another thing. I was gonna say free because Reddit. If you don't have a Reddit account, I didn't get the original avatar that they gave out people, but I still have a few avatars, and I have one because of the World Cup, the soccer. Make a Reddit account, and just go onto your avatar and put style avatar, and you'll be able to choose which team you want, which soccer team
Oh,
you want,
I'm gonna do that.
and you'll be able,
I appreciate that.
you'll be able to collect your but once you collect, you claim which soccer team you want, you won't be able to change it. You'll be able to use the clothes and change the avatar afterwards, but once you choose a team, that's your team for good. I think I chose the US.
Are you a big soccer fan?
Not at all.
I was gonna ask you what team should I pick, but I'll pick US since you picked the US.
And not at all. Yeah, I was gonna go for cool, and then I was gonna go for nationality, and then I was like, no, I'll just stick with US. Stuff. Nope. So I'm like, no, US is my home. So the US is my country. The US, I'll stick, even though it's not the best team. So I'm like, I'll stick with the US.
Yeah,
but no, bro. Check this out. They're basically going dirt cheap, and I'm not telling you to do this by any means. They're basically damn near cheap. They're selling for Ethereum and Matic on OpenSea. So I started stacking for 0.002 Matic, which is less than half of a penny. Yeah. So the other night I went from 50 NFTs on my new account. After I got hacked, I started all over on my new account. I'm barely starting to stack, and because they're Reddit, they're authentic NFTs. Yeah. This is the only reason. There's a ton of them because each team has 200,000 mints. Except for the US and Earth, each one of those has 1 million. So if you're gonna pick one, don't pick unless you want to. If you like the costumes. Earth and which one I said? I said Earth and US has 1 million mints each, but each other team has 200,000. So there's a certain limited quantity of each one, and now you'll get the number, whatever. So I started stacking. I went from like 50 something, maybe 60 NFTs on OpenSea to 353. You can't really see.
Wow.
So now now I have like a sea
question
of Reddit.
Those are the NFTs Vault was recently given out last week on his trivia. I don't know if you watched.
This is one. Yeah, I was
one
in
of them looks like
on the members only thing. Yeah, this is one of them. Not this one exactly. I think he was giving out Earth, but yeah. These are it. These are the Reddit. Let me see.
Oh yeah, those look fire. Yeah.
Yeah, so these are the Reddit little costume soccer teams. Each one has a different one, bro. So they're basically damn near free. So I started stacking. So under $10, I still have money left. I still have probably like 50 cents worth of Matic. I'm basically done it. So I had about $10 worth of Matic, maybe less. So now I have all these like little ones, and you could like actually snipe actual mints because people will list them back for Ethereum or Matic, and depending on the mint, just like VeVe, depending on the mint, some of those go for decent amounts.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna check that out because I do have like $10 of Matic that I just haven't used in my account. So
yeah,
I'll put them into that. Those are pretty dope though. So you can do giveaways in the future.
Because watch, look at that's the US right here.
Oh yeah.
That's the US. That's France. That's Switzerland.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, that's Switzerland. Argentina, Northernland. That's Argentina here. Northernland right there, or Netherlands, I should say, the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Right here, Portugal, Senegal. Like they look pretty dope. Like some of these, like check this one out. Like see this one.
Yeah, it looks like kind of like the Bob Marley colors.
Yeah, exactly. Look at this one, bro.
That's fire. So have you collected all the teams? How many teams?
Yeah. I believe 23 teams.
Oh wow, that ain't
Because
bad.
I'm not into soccer, so I
Just
believe it's
collect them all.
23. Yeah. But I have every single team, and it's just a sea of legitimate blue check
Yeah.
NFTs, even though they're dirt cheap, and I'm sure they're not.
That's
At
dope.
least
So,
like
do you know if these Reddit's first NFTs?
no, these are not first. No.
Oh, so
But
they had previous
some of
ones?
them are first. Yeah. If you go on to OpenSea, you'll be able to once you click on Reddit, like like go on to like watch
So yeah,
like
they have their own profile, right?
yeah. So you go onto their profile and you'll be able to see what other stuff they have.
Oh, gotcha. Def. All right, yeah, I'll definitely check that out later tonight. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, different prices.
I do have a Reddit account, so I might as well.
Then you already guarantee you probably have a free one. Go onto your vault and make sure you save everything right.
So is that in your profile on Reddit?
Yeah, I still haven't transferred it onto my MetaMask because you can't connect it. Just look there. There's like simple YouTube videos on how to do it for this exact drop for this one, how to put it into your MetaMask, and you can connect it. But that's only on my. I still have my vault on my Reddit. If I'm not mistaken, I still haven't connected my Meta. Or actually, I have because I minted it online. I just haven't sent it to my MetaMask.
Yeah.
I should say. So
do they hit you with any fees when you transfer them? No fees.
Well, yeah, because it's on Matic, but it's basically almost free. It's less than
Gotcha.
so if it's on the Matic, no, you
So
basically
Matic fees are much lesser than Ethereum fees.
for sure. Yeah. With
I
one
don't know
penny,
much about it.
yeah, with Matic, with 1 penny, bro, you could probably send like easy 10 NFTs, easy, and that's really low balling it, bro. With 1 penny, you can make a bunch of transactions on Matic, but you have to have enough to send it first to your MetaMask or buy. You feel me? Even if you just buy $10 on Crypto.com, then send it to your MetaMask. Just make sure you send it to the right on the right blockchain. Because if you send the Matic token just directly to the Ethereum without switching the
See, that's
ERC,
what happened to me back in the day. I sent a non-ERC token to the Ethereum wallet and lost it. Then I was trying to track it down, and it was a mess doing that.
Just make sure you're sending it to the right wallets, to the right links. Otherwise,
that's what the ledger I've been learning a lot about the blockchains, the different blockchains, and what altcoins and cryptos are held on each.
Okay, baby, I'm coming.
But I appreciate you jumping on. I'll let you go. I know you got your daughter.
No problem. Yeah. We'll chat more often.
Much
don't want to do a podcast and chat. We could chat, bro. For sure.
Much appreciated, though. I really do appreciate this. Like I said, you're the first out of the whole VeVeFam to hop on.
No worries. Yeah, and I had a bunch of stuff to say too for the VeVeFam or about the VeVe market, and because I went off topic and like I didn't get to talk as much as I want to, bro. But like, bro, I have so much to tell you about that. Like about the VeVe. I wish I would have remembered. But next
we can start doing this regularly whenever you have free time. Like I said, you're a family man, so I don't want to take up your time with your kids.
No worries. Yeah. I had it fully situated right before I came, so I could have like at least an hour. So now it was more or less me having able to sit down because of my background. So without having to try to to do it for you, so that I could give you enough of like without having to too much of a wiggle or you trying to edit me out. You feel me?
But I'll let you go. I appreciate you helping me keep up everything you're doing in the VeVe community, Twitter community.
Likewise,
I appreciate everyone else appreciates it. But
likewise. It was finally nice meeting you in person, chatting with you face to face. Had a lot on Twitter and YouTube and on chat, but it was definitely nice.
We'll keep chat throughout the messages, and maybe we can work on something in the future. Work on something, maybe auction it off to people, or give it away to people that help us or something.
Yeah, and check this out. And even if I come up with something and I know that it can help you, I don't mind shooting the idea and sharing it with you, bro. Because I understand how my mind works. Like I come from like a mind of an inventor, bro. Like I don't want to take more of your time, but literally I was an inventor that came up with stuff, and then I basically got scammed and I stopped inventing. So I used to, from a young age, I was a creator with my hands. I was always a creator.
I am too, bro. I'm just like you. Like I'm liking how this podcast is because we do have a lot of similar interests, but I definitely like that because I'm a creator myself. Right now, I'm not working. I did work as a carpenter for 8 years. So I really worked with my hands. I built right now I'm just kind of doing my own thing, investing. So I do have a lot of free time, like you said. So
Okay.
whenever you do have an idea, shoot it my way. Like I said, I'll give you credit
Yeah,
for it. If I use it, we'll do it
yeah,
together.
yeah. Yeah, and then one day, who knows? If you could get one of my ideas as an inventor, bro, I don't mind giving them to you, bro, and then we could be a team or something, bro,
Oh
and
yeah,
watch
definitely. Hell yeah.
something,
Uh, I
something
mean,
else.
like I said, maybe in the future we could
Who knows, bro?
make our own channel or something, the D channel,
Hey,
and give
for real,
insight
huh?
on what we think. You get what I'm saying?
Collab, and this
There's
could have been
always
the
time to
thing right
collaborate.
there, for sure, bro. No, no,
But
for sure.
like
But
I said, I appreciate it. I'll let you go. Chill on for 1 second so I can end the
yeah,
recording.
yeah, yeah, yeah.